Okay, so compositing all together. Compositing is basically the workflow that I use, and in most productions it's used. So of course everything that I've been saying up to this point has been leading to this moment where we take all the images, combine them together, and see the end result. Uh, One of the things that you're going to want to always keep in mind is that the subdermal. A lot of the times I see people messing around with dialing in the subdermal. Realistically, the subdermal is not what needs to be dialed in. The subdermal is and should always be 100% because it is the innermost layer. Everything else that gets applied to it above it is what should be dialed up or down. So in this case, if I zoom in here, you're going to see that what I ended up doing was my subdermal was set to normal, 100%. My dermal, or the color, was set to 90, and the specularity was set to soft light, 30%. And the end result was this. Now for the eyes, what I ended up doing was I basically just masked. I created a new material for the body that was a flat color black, and I applied to the subtools. I applied my reflection maps or my specularity maps, and then once I brought them into Photoshop, I basically selected the body, and that eliminated the body, and I basically had just the eyes that I could apply. And I applied layer 1 as a screen at 25%, and I found that it didn't quite have enough depth and it wasn't quite rich enough for me, so I duplicated that and just applied a linear light at 20%, and that gave me this look. So if I go ahead and just go to the next frame, here's a little bit closer look of the object, and you can see that I was able to capture a lot of translucency in the skin and get a lot of depth to the eyes, and this took me all of about an hour to do in terms of the rendering process from when I started rendering, and these are all fairly large renders. They're about 4K renders. So the speed that this imparts to me as an artist allows me to get the ideas out of get from a meeting with an art director, producer, get their ideas, push it through my brain, output the visual language as best I can, and get it back to them within a couple of hours, and that really makes the process invaluable because it makes it a very dynamic way, and it doesn't stagnate the creation process. So really fabulous, and I highly suggest it. Of course, I could have spent 2 weeks in a 3D app, applying a shader, dialing numbers, doing this, doing that, trying to get it just the way I wanted it to, but the end result I don't think would have been any better. I think clearly this gave me an end result that is just as good as any other 3D app, if not better, because of the speed.